So I've been escorting for 5, almost 6 years. I just sort of got into it because I'm trans and I wanted to have money for my transition, and I was tired of being poor. Okay, so this one time I got a call from this guy and he wanted me to go to a city to go see him, and it was a city about 45 minutes away from where I live. So I was like, okay, I don't really want to go. So I gave him a ridiculously high price. And then I also told him, like, he had to get at least 3 hours, blah, blah, blah. Like, he had to spend a lot of money basically for me to get there. Surprisingly, he agreed, so I went. When I got there, I was expecting to be in a townhouse that I saw on the map, but it was actually in a factory next to the townhouse. So I was like a little bit sketched out, but I was really high on all kinds of drugs, so I didn't really care. So yeah, I went in and it was like a really weird factory, and he took me into the office, which was like just like a mess, like hoarder level mess, just like empty beer bottles everywhere. There was a cat living there. Whatever, the sex was like forgettable. I don't remember what happened. So at one point he had to pee, so he just picked up one of what I thought were empty beer bottles and peed in one, at which point I realized that I was in a room that was full of bottles of piss. And then whatever, pretty shortly after that, even though it had only been maybe a little bit over an hour, he told me I could go. So I was like, okay, cool, I will, because it was, a weird place. I didn't really want to stay, obviously. So he was like, cool, and he turned on the light, and then I saw behind him there was a whole shrine wall display, whatever, dedicated to Donald Trump, like including like a mega hat, like a bobblehead of Donald Trump, like a signed photo, a bunch of books or whatever, like about him, by him, I have no idea. Yeah, so I was like obviously kind of like shocked. It was kind of weird too. It was like in 2018, so really like funny time for that to happen. Also, I live in Canada, so kind of random. Okay, so yeah, he was calling me an Uber, so I was trying to make conversation, so I was like, what's your cat's name? And he was just like, Donald. And like, I don't know, 5 minutes after that, I just couldn't do it anymore, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait outside. So I did. And then, as if that day couldn't get any weirder, then I go back to the Airbnb I was renting, and I had a lot of cash, so I wanted to go back to my mom's house and drop it off there, because I didn't want to like have it with me while I was working in case someone robbed me. And I'm leaving the subway station closest to my mom's house. I'm walking through a park. I live in downtown Toronto, by the way. Like, I'm not in anywhere near the country, in the suburbs. And there's just like a turkey walking down the street, like a literal fucking turkey. And like, yeah, I was high, but I took a photo of it. Like, there was literally a turkey.